Hey, welcome to Rabbit Town. Come on in. Let's get to work.
So today I'm gonna show you how to do a brass rose, and out of a sheet of brass. I showed you the rose itself on another video. I think it was my first video. Just showed you that I make them. So I figured I'd show you how to make them. What you're gonna need is you're gonna need brass. You're gonna need the pattern for all the rose levels of the roses, the inside, the very middle, and then all the petals and the outside of the flower. You need a brass rod. You can get this at Home Depot or Tractor Supply or whatever. I think I got these from Tractor Supply. I got the sheet of metal from Hobby Lobby. The only place around I can find them unless I do it online. And Sharpie, a torch, some water in a bucket, which I don't have ready yet, and a pair of tin snips. They have all different angle tin snips. They have straight ones, they have ones that curve, and then one way, and they have another ones that curve the other way. Can't stand them. So I just use the ones that cut straight, and I just fang dangle it. The stencils I just got offline, printed them out, transferred them onto a piece of cardboard, and voila, there you go. Sharpie, just use it to outline or trace the patterns onto the sheet of copper or brass or whatever else you can do it on. I don't know what else you can make them with. I don't know if you can do it out of tin or not. So you just outline them, and in the middle of each pattern you have a hole that you just dot in the middle of it just to get the center point, rough center point, because sometimes it just doesn't line up right, so you just gotta redo it, reposition the hole. I already outlined these, so you got all your outlines. So I use a Sharpie because it doesn't wipe off that easy until you go to anneal it. Once you anneal it, it usually seems to like wash off. And another part of the process that I do helps take it off too, and it cleans up the brass. Some people use triple-aught steel wool. I don't like to because it takes too long and it dulls it a little bit. Or sandpaper. I don't like doing the sandpaper because that takes way too long. So I just use my drill press with a wire brush wheel on it. That works faster. So since I got this here, put these away, keep them close so I know where they are. And then I take the tin snips and just snip out the whole piece, the whole pattern. Just kind of, it's like tracing and cutting out a piece of paper, really. So just cut it out so you can handle it better. And I like to cut them so they're a circle, and then go from there. And then just cut into the little grooves here, each side. If you're used to working with gloves and you decide to working with gloves on, and you decide to make these, it's probably a good idea to wear gloves. I can't stand wearing gloves when I'm working with anything because I just can't feel what I'm doing and I have a hard time with it. So if I cut myself, then that's why you should have a first aid kit in your shop. I got one. It's pretty close because I am accident prone most of the time. So you just cut out the tray, the marks you put on there, and then to separate the petals, because that's one petal, I just take the cutters and go almost 3/4 of the way down on each petal, cove, whatever you want to call it. So you're separating the petals. Okay, looks like a propeller to a boat or something. And then after that, you need to heat it up with the torch and anneal it. And that's another thing I always keep in my shop too, is a gallon of water, just in case something happens and I need water. So I have that quite handy. Doesn't matter if it's dirty water, clean water, it could be rainwater, puddle water, it doesn't matter. Works. At least I figured it works. I found out it works. And then you take your torch, you get out of the way so you don't burn yourself. Get your torch going. And then you just hold it with a pair of pliers. I like to use the needle nose pliers because it's less area that you're holding, so more of the bit that's gonna heat up. So you want it to be like almost a dull red, this little too red. And then you just quench it in the water. And that makes it more pliable. Makes it more pliable so you can move it around easier. Okay? And paper towel just to wipe it off. Just wipe it off. So you see it changed the color of it. It's not as shiny. So that's why I use the wire wheel to clean it back up. But through the, any good cooking show, I guess, I already have them all cut up, ready to go for annealing. And another thing I do is I just freehand a leaf for the stem of the flower. Once you get that all set, ready to go, you can just put it on there and solder it and shape it to how you want it to, which way you want it to go. I like to have them drooping down a little bit. Well, I'll show you that in the video at the end when it's ready to go on. So, yeah. So I'm gonna anneal all these and get them ready to bend into the shape that we need it. And you're gonna have fun watching me, I hope. So after you get that all done, you're just gonna wanna dry them off, paper towel or a rag, shop rag. I wouldn't use dish towels because somebody might get angry. We don't want somebody getting angry. So shop rags or paper towels. Paper towels are fine because they throw them away. You just dry them off. And then next thing you'll need is you'll need a drill with a drill bit that's just a little bit smaller than the rod you're using. And then a punch. I just took a piece of the rod and filed or sanded sharp tip to it, cold punch, a rubber mallet, and a couple pieces of scrap wood. As you can tell, I've already done a few roses. So what you want to do is after you annealed it, all that marker's gone. So now you have to figure out where you're going to put your hole. I try to do it in the center. As best as I can. Just a little drill. See, like I said, I like to cut myself. Not on purpose. And drill your hole. Get them in all of them. And you should always wear safety glasses. I forgot. Because safety's first. So you just drill your hole in those. You don't drill a hole in your leaf. I almost did, because I'm weird like that. Then what you want to do is you want to take your rubber mallet, and whichever one you want to start with first, doesn't matter which one. I'm just going to start with this one first. And between each leaf, you want to go halfway. Right down the middle, not all the way to the hole, because that's where the bottom of your rose. So you're just gonna give it a crease in the middle, and then after that, on each side of it, do another diagonal. Make it look like the veins in the leaf. That's how you do it on that one. Try to use the yellow side because it's softer than that side. And I flipped it on accident. As you can tell, as you do it, it curls up like it closes, so you have to kind of open it up more as you're going. And you gotta be careful, because that's one way you can cut yourself with these, because they are very sharp. It is metal. And you don't have to beat the heck out of it. It's a good little punch. You might have some things fall off your workbench. So you don't go crazy with it. You don't want to put too many veins in it. I just put 2 on each side of the leaf, connecting it to the middle vein. That's how you do that one. And then for the flower itself, before I go too crazy, your drift, you just put it in the hole. Of your thing, and I have a little metal hammer here that I just put it through, and it comes right out just like that. So now my hole's bigger than it was. So now with the leaves, the petals of the flower itself, you just punch in the middle, one on either side, a little bit higher, and then one in the middle of those two, and then one right in the middle, not connecting that one. Some people just take the punch and just bang. I don't really like to do that. I think it makes it look a little careless. I don't know, but doing it this way makes it look pretty nice. So I think that looks nice. So I'm gonna do that to the rest of them. I will speed up the video so you don't have to sit there and watch me and hear me babble. So now we're at the drill press, and I got my wire wheel on. What I gotta do is just turn it on and just brush it best I can, or brush it down so it cleans up. Hole inside. And after you get that done, after you do the inside, you gotta flip it around. Oop. Should I save that for bloopers or what? That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, I got that back on. Hopefully it stays on this time. Did it again. These things hurt. Alright, let's try it again. So yeah, like I was saying, I think, if you get the inside all done, I'm going to flip it over and do the outside. You definitely want to make sure you get the middle, so when you do the soldering, it has a clean surface to adhere to. And I use a piece of wood on the back to give it a little more rigidness, and it likes to get really hot. So I'm not really holding on to it until I flip it. Then you flip it around, do the inside, get them all done. We'll meet at back at the workbench. So I'm gonna speed this up so you don't have to vibrate everywhere. Sorry. So now you need to do your stem. I already cut the stem off. with the bandsaw, and then sanded the stem down to clean it up and give it a little something so the solder to stick to. So what you gotta do is you're gonna heat up your tip of your brass so it's soft enough so you can mushroom the tip up down so it has something to hold on to when you put your stem, your petals and stuff on. It's a little blacksmithing. I got an anvil right here that I have because I wanted to try blacksmithing a little bit. So you want to get the brass hot so you can try to peen over the peen it over a little bit, and then you get it stuck like I just did. Hammered it into the wood. That's not smart. Yeah, I need to get a pair of vice grips, I think. Please. Yeah. Hopefully that works. Checking sure it's not hot. It is. It's a little hot. Cool it down in that bucket of water. Yeah, that's not my forte at all. Bring it down here. Yeah, I kind of messed that one up. I think it still might work. Should have flattened it out a little bit. I'm gonna sandpaper it. Clean it up. Clean it up. Now you gotta put it together. The middle flower first. It's the smallest one. That in first. And I'll slide all the way up here. So that. I'm going to put some solder in the middle of that also. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put some solder in the middle of that to help hold it all together. And these tips here, they can be a little sharp. Right now they're rounded over from the wire wheel. Oh, that's why you need to mushroom that over. Because that will come right out. Like that. So I'm going to try that again. I'll be back. This time, it's in there. That's all that matters. As long as it's holding it in place. And it's not going to pop out. So you want to start with the small one first. This is the middle of the rows. Then you just bring it up. You go next size up, next size up. So you get to your last piece. Right up to there. You want to try to squeeze them together as much as you possibly can. And at the same time, off-center everything. The middle one doesn't off-center that great because it's only 3 petals. And then what I like to do, I like to put it in this piece of wood here. Hold it together. And I have a metal tube. Clamp it to the table, maybe. So it'll work. Metal tube. Just kind of tap them together. Squish all those layers together. Like so. Like that. And then I'll solder here. Solder this. So you need your torch again. And a spool of solder. What do the heck call it? Don't pick on my soldering skills because I'm not the greatest in the world. I can't even sweat pipes for plumbing. So this is really a new thing for me. It's hot today. So just make sure that that's in there. Those are all tight. Torch. Make sure everything's out of the way so you don't burn anything. Heat it up. And the solder in there. I like to get a lot of solder in the bottom. It holds it in, holds it better. Especially when my skills ain't the greatest and all my roses have a lot of solder on the bottom. So you let that cool down. I don't want to touch it. Harden. So then I'll turn it around, right back in that hole, and I'll get that hot so I can put some more solder in there. So it holds it better. Just a minute. that's it for that. You can dip it in the water and cool it down faster if you want. Sometimes I do that. You want to try to get these tight as possible. So it's, because once you get it to a certain, when you stop bending everything, it'll stop, the layers will stop spinning. I'm gonna put that in water, that's way too hot. There. If you get it in water, you can touch it. Now it's just trying to dry all the layers, it's not easy. So I just let it go, dry as much as I can. Shake it around, get all the water out. So, now we can stop bending the flower, the petals. I use a little pair of jeweler's pliers, and I use these big ones. This is what you gotta do, is you need to start with the middle one, curve it. And I know that when I soldered it, it changed the color a little bit. That's okay, especially with this one, because it's gonna be inside. You won't even see it really. So you curl the edge of the flower in. And if you can, if you don't file those points off, you don't have to. Try to bend those in too, so they're not in the way of the other roses, the other petals. There. So this one. Okay. After you curl just one edge in, stop folding it in like that. Like that to make the button. Now rosebud. Now we're going to start doing pretty much the same thing to all these. Take this edge, curl it in on all of them, and then overlap them, fold them, overlap them. And then with just the petals, the star, or whatever that's called, the bottom part of the flower, you don't curl that like that. You don't even curl that like you curl leaves. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut so you don't hear me. As you get the bigger petals, you just do it with your fingers. Just fold them in. Try not to fold them into the other row of flowers either. You don't want to go crazy with squeezing it in because you don't want to mark it. Brass. Harder metal. You take your other pliers and you kind of curl in if you need to. That. It helps too. So now what you gotta do is you need to curl the edges of all your petals out, so it looks like it's starting to open. Sure, you can see this. So I start with the outside. It's easier to get the outside better. You can get to the outside better. And I'm using these ones because they're not grooved like these ones are. They'll mark it up. So these mark it up, but not as bad as those do. I'd like to get in there and really get that curved. There, now you just work your way in. You see what I mean by trying to get these tight enough so these won't spin. But sometimes if you just spin them, they'll lock in to themselves. And then in the middle, just ever so slightly curve them in, out. So it looks like they're starting to open. Excuse me. You see how this one split a little bit? I don't know if you can see it. This one split a little bit. That's okay because it looks more natural. I think it makes it look more natural. So just after that, you want to just make sure they're tight. And then I like to take and just kind of curve these outside petals out a little, just a little bit. So now with these, you just bed them up. That'll help lock things in place too once you bed them up. Okay, and you just, oh wow, just take your pliers if you can, if you need to, and just round them over like that. Sometimes you can just do it with your fingers. I guess that's not happening today. There. And I like to take the tippy tips of these and just give them a little extra curl. Okay. What was it doing? Is it the leaf? Just right here. So now we're going to do the leaf. The leaf can be a little more tricky. Sometimes it wants to stay, sometimes it doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I need to put a groove in this piece here. Just right there. Try to get it in the middle as well. Just a little groove. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in this hole, figure out where I want to put the leaf. And I'll try to jam that in there to hold it. Where the leaf is going to dictate which way the front of the rose is. So I try to pick the best part where the rose looks better. And then the torch again. And solder. Just enough heat to heat it up. I'm trying to get that onto the leaf the best I can. So it melts down into the stem. You don't want to heat it up too much because if you heat it up too much, that heat will travel up to the rose and heat up all that solder. And it'll just go loose on you and pretty much back to square one. You have to resolder all this. So that is on there. I'll tell you right now, that's the easiest stuff going on for me. I'm going to dip that in water again so it cools down faster. Because it gets way too hot. I'm going to take some steel wool and just buff up the stem a little bit. So it doesn't look so dim. The leaf's okay to be a little bit darker than the rest because it's a different part of the flower and it gives it more character. So now, I want to shape the leaf. Be careful because you don't want to break that solder. Shape the leaf so it's leafy. Like. There. Now, we have a rose. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bend this a little bit. We have a rose. This one's straight because this was made for a special occasion, and sooner or later it will be used for it. So I don't want to bend this yet or put a leaf on it. So that's why that's straight, and this one has a little curve to it. This, after you get this done, you want to have a vase. I've already turned this vase. I turned this vase before I started doing the videos. So this vase actually goes with that flower. So now I don't need to drill a hole in there. I'm going to drill a hole in here, right down the middle. Right down the middle. I use the same drill bit I used to drill out the centers of these. And then, I want to try to get a little bit bigger. This is this drift that I used to make the holes of these bigger. Now I want to find the best part. I think right there would be perfect. Get a little shimmer to it. I'll just drive that down into it. There. Now we have a rose made out of grass. And a vase. There, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed doing it for you. Please, if you already subscribed to my channel, thank you. And if you haven't, I hope you consider to subscribe. And please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And please, please, please leave me some comments because I want to know what you guys think. And you know, even if you have ideas of something that you want to see me try to make, please let me know. And let me know in the comments down below. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when these videos are published. Thank you very much. You have a good night.